Okay, today is our day of exploring Austin, and our first stop is
the state capitol, because if we know one thing about Tim, it's
I've been to a handful of state capitol
you've
buildings.
been to a lot of state capitals, but not Texas yet.
No, first time. I've never not been in a lot. I've seen a lot. You're twisting my words. We'll see how it is. What are we doing?
We're taking the free 30-minute tour of the Texas State Capitol.
30 minutes is a good time for a tour of a state capitol. I think that's about all I need.
We are all to be extra careful while ascending or descending on this staircase. Come as close as you can, my audience, to the left, so we can begin.
We took the tour of the Texas State Capitol. It was busy there.
Very, very busy.
And loud.
Loud.
And therefore difficult to understand our tour.
That wasn't the only reason. It was difficult to understand. We could not understand a word she was saying.
Yeah. But she was enthusiastic.
She was.
So
She had love for the state capitol.
like passion. for
Yeah,
Texas.
she was definitely not from here, but she had love for it.
I learned, did you learn anything interesting first of all?
Well, she kept referring to the nation of Texas, and I want to know more about that.
Hi. So I learned one interesting thing. Texas has existed under the flag of 6 countries, illustrated in the floor of the rotunda.
Yep.
So the 6 countries are Spain, France, its own country, the Republic of Texas, the Confederate States of America, Mexico, and the United States of America. Not in that order. And takeaway, the most interesting thing to me was, in that rotunda floor, the one in the middle, you'd think would be the United States.
No.
It was
It was the nation of Texas.
the Republic of Texas was
Yeah.
like the seal in the middle of the floor. And then the US, Mexico, Confederate States of America,
All the supporting
Spain,
states.
France, were like all around the outside.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting.
Yeah.
It says, it says Texas everywhere. It says Texas in the door hinges, the light bulbs, the door knobs.
Everywhere. The seats.
In case you
The
ever
chandeliers.
forget.
You said the chandeliers?
In
Yeah.
case you ever forget where you are, you're in Texas.
Yeah. Love it. I love it.
Hey, good afternoon. Today is Saturday. We leave Austin. It's a lot of navigating in Austin.
An understatement.
We leave Austin tomorrow. So today we are, tell us what we're doing, Tim.
We are going to Lockhart, Texas, which is about 30-ish miles south of where we're staying in Austin. And Lockhart is famous for having world-class barbecue, which Austin is too, but Lockhart is a small little town that is home to like six barbecue restaurants. So we're gonna go and create our own little sampler platter.
Okay, are we going to all 6?
No, we'll probably go to 3. That's my guess.
Okay, whew.
But it is later in the day versus when I wanted to leave. We did our run. You did some editing. We got up late. There is a chance that we get to these restaurants and they don't have what we're looking for. That happened to us when we went to get barbecue on Wednesday with my sisters. They were out of most of the things on the menu because that's what happens. They make what they make, and it sells out. And so we're specifically trying to get some brisket while we're here, and we'll see what we end up with. Okay, first up it's Cruise Market.
Somebody inside.
Can we do sausage wing? Anything else? That's it. We got the brisket, we got the ribs, we got the sausage, and bread.
Some bread. I'll give you mac and cheese in a minute though, because otherwise it's all you're eating. Sauce?
Good or not good? Good. Sausage is good.
I end up with no Is that hard with 6 loose teeth?
Okay, we just finished up at Cruise, and I'm gonna give a ranking when we're done. But everything was top notch. The brisket was the best. The kids liked the ribs more. Ben liked the brisket the best, but the other 2 children liked the ribs the best. And brisket for the win. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben only preferred the brisket, or the kids like the rib. Ben did not pick the rib because he thinks it's too hard to eat because he has
17 loose teeth.
Yeah.
So next we're going to Black's, and we tried to go to Black's the other day in Austin. However, they closed early for whatever reason. And so now we're gonna try them here in Lockhart.
Okay.
Not actually very well done. I'm gonna let you try it for very, very sweet. Any other side for you?
That's it. Yeah, a couple of water.
Okay.
Okay, so we got mac and cheese again, and Evelyn desperately wanted banana pudding, so we got some banana pudding for them, for all of us really, but because of them, and then brisket. So we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, we just got done with Black's barbecue.
Black's barbecue.
It's gonna be a close one. Next up, we're going to Smitty's.
Obviously.
And that'll probably be the end of our tour, but we'll give some feedback at that point.
bread cracker?
Bread. A couple slices would be good. There's good.
Yeah.
You're silent.
Oh, there's a theme of taxidermy animals.
Okay. Here we at Smitty's, we got the brisket and slicing some pieces up for the kiddos, but she was commenting on the smoke ring, which is intense on this one.
Intense. And the boys want to tell there's something weird about what I'm doing here.
Go ahead, Colin, what is it?
Why?
There's no forks.
No forks here.
Smitty's,
So she's cutting with a spoon.
I am.
I told her that there was no forks. She did not believe me.
Okay, we are standing here in front of the Lockhart barbecue sign. Barbecue capital of the world. Oh, sorry, Texas, which essentially is the world.
Tim told the kids, what did you say? There's
Italian food, there's Chinese food, there's French food, this is American food. So we're done with our tour. We did 3 restaurants. We did Crute's Market, we did Black's Barbecue, and we did Smitty's Market. And we each have different thoughts. My favorite brisket, so we got brisket at each location. My favorite brisket was Smitty's Barbecue. It was a little drier than the other ones, but I thought it had the best flavor, and it had a pretty heavy smoke on it too. And then that was pretty close tie with Crute's. Black's was my least favorite. It was good. Wasn't the best, but it was good. But I think overall, our best experience was at Crute's Market as well. So, Ann, what are your thoughts?
I like Crute's the best. I like the brisket. We kind of had brisket at all 3 to compare.
Yeah.
And we tried to have mac and cheese at all 3.
Smitty's was out. Smitty's was out. Yeah.
No, I thought the brisket at Crute's was the best. It was tender, the right amount of tender and the right amount of smoke. And they had 2 sauces on the table.
Yeah.
Both of which were good. Very easy. I thought the easiest experience with your family would probably be Black's.
That's true.
The lady, you walk in, the lady's there, she's like, okay, what do you want to do? Are we doing this family style, or is everyone gonna get their plate? Okay.
It was less intimidating.
They had a real nice lady at the beginning, and she helped you through the process, and I could see how, if you were getting a meal for all the members of your family, then it would be really easy.
Yeah.
The kids, okay, you each get to pick 2 sides or whatever, and then go from there. Smitty's, Tim says, is the most authentic experience. It was like eating our brisket in a VFW hall. Pretty sure it is. I don't know. There were signs for the 4-H. They sponsor a local soccer team. So that was a different and charming in its own way. Delicious barbecue.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of fun.
Yeah. And the kids were totally down.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah, let's go. Even though we went to the barbecue food truck and Evelyn was the only one who came out of that oh, barbecue. I could get into this whole genre of food.
Right.
The boys were kind of excellent.
That wraps up the barbecue crawl
of Lockhart, Texas.
Very cool experience. Highly recommended. Our travels today bring us to Houston. Just outside Houston, we are at the Houston Space Center behind us. Okay, this is very exciting. The first thing we're doing, this is all very overwhelming. We walked in, we didn't know really what we're doing. We went to the information desk because you had to sign up for these tram tours right away. So the guy was like,
"There's one in 6
one,
minutes."
yeah, go.
You should
So
get on that.
we boarded the tram for the astronaut training facility tour. So we're going to tour the facility where they train astronauts, which is very cool because you see all that stuff in the movies and
Hello, space fans,
TV and stuff.
explorers, and future astronauts.
So yeah, so we'll see what we see.
The large white and gray cylinders on the far right side of the facility under the American flag are full-scale mock-ups of the International Space Station's modules. The modules that you see are a mixture of low, medium, and high-fidelity mock-ups. They're used to train the astronauts that will travel to the ISS in basic procedures and system familiarization. To understand the sheer size of the ISS, it measures about 356 feet or 109 meters, and it is roughly as long as an American football field. The ISS is traveling around the Earth so fast that in one 24-hour period, it revolves around the Earth 16 times. The primary goal of the ISS is to facilitate science experiments that cannot be done here on Earth. The station has had many scientific breakthroughs throughout its 23 years in orbit, like innovations in water filtration and purification systems that allow
I know, crazy.
There are actually multiple flight control rooms inside. Teams of people work around the clock 24/7, 365 days a year to the International Space Station flight control room up there. In fact, you see the American flag flying on top of that building? That flag flies whenever there's at least one American astronaut in space. The flag has been flying continuously for 23 years due to the continued success of the International Space Station.
Okay, we just got back from the training center tour. What did you think?
I liked it.
So it is the facility where they have mock-ups of all the different space centers, everything that an astronaut might encounter. So they have to be able to use and understand how every system on a spacecraft works, but they also have to be able to repair every system in case it breaks when they're out in space. And so giant facility full of very smart people working on problems and mock-ups of everything that could possibly happen.
I thought it was interesting, like the International Space Station, rather than have one like ginormous mock-up in a huge building, which this is a huge building, it's basically like each room is its own mock-up. So they just pull whatever they're going to use and put the astronauts in there, and then they put it away. Parking spot and get out the next thing they're going to use.
Me and Evelyn learned an interesting fact about the International Space Station, that they recycle 93% of the water.
That was their takeaway from the tour.
Think about that.
I feel like there's something there for RVs. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Like how Evelyn thought you cleaned the black tank with the gray water.
Yeah, maybe.
This facility, or this, I don't know, facility's not the right word.
Museum?
No, like this whole quantity of land where all of this is happening is huge.
Yeah.
The tram, it was not a short tram ride.
No, it's 12 minutes to get there.
Roads, stoplights, parking lots and parking lots of workers, building 17, building 30, building 60.
We drove by the Mars surface training facility where they simulate the environment on Mars so that astronauts are prepared to go there when they go there.
They said
What?
they're living and working. Living and working is what they said
What?
for a year in this building, practicing living on Mars.
Okay.
Got a building for everything, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna go explore a little bit more.
See some more stuff.
And next up, we're at Independence Plaza outside, and we're going to climb to the top and board a rocket ship.
We're gonna go in that rocket. You wanna do that? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Are you in the test seat? How's it look? How's it feel? Does it feel safe? Hey, we rode this ride in Disney World. And what did you just say?
So I think this would be good for my back to just spend a few weeks in a weightless environment. Probably.
It's interesting you say that because they were talking about all the things the International Space Station does and all the experiments they're doing. They are actually currently conducting an experiment on weightlessness and its effect on 39-year-old women's backs.
Well, I am not going to volunteer to be part of that experiment, but
You'll reap the benefits one day.
let's find out.
Yes, it will fly. And yes, we can actually use the Boeing 747 to separate the Space Shuttle Enterprise to do an approach and landing test, the first landing flights of the Space Shuttle.
Okay, so if you needed a quote to make you feel even smaller than everywhere we've been so far, where you're looking at things that happened hundreds of millions of years ago and rock formations and all of that, there it is. Space exploration. Thing a little bit. Got a little vehicle. We peeked at it in the... Okay, so start again. Tell it to me. If
I worked at NASA, I would be a habitat architect.
Okay, what does a habitat architect do?
It like designs the houses that are like for Mars.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Like these?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the arm and the white room where the astronauts would get ready before entering the space shuttle. This is the one used from 1986 to 2006, and the family is gonna do it.
Elevator all the way up to the top. This walkway. Walk directly.
And into the space shuttle we go. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's see how this walkway to the space shuttle looks. If we were, what did it say, 65 feet above the ground? The white room to get ready to go to space.
Was that the one? Was there people on there?
Yes. They died.
Oh gosh, we're talking Challenger now. Okay, things just got intense. I'm pretending to go to space and you're like, dead people stood in this room.
We learned this the first time this specific one was used was on the Challenger. I feel like they should have retired it and not use it again, but they did.
But it was a prudent use of taxpayer dollars to use it again.
Yeah.
So they get ready in here, and did you read the sign over there what it says? One of the reasons you have the room between outside and space shuttle is because they want to prevent any dust from getting in the space shuttle, because it'll just float around and like cause trouble. Just make like a mess.
Oh my
Even drones will do that.
Even, yeah, what'd you say, Kyle?
Drones will get into the air system and then clog it, and then you won't have any air.
Crumbs, yeah, like they have to fix it. They spend the whole day working, and then the engineer's like, who had the Cheetos?
Yeah.
That's my new.
So we just watched a presentation from an astronaut, Jan Davis, and so we're in line. So we're buying this book from my dad, probably for Christmas. It's about her astronaut career. It's about her astronaut career and also her father's career as a World War II pilot and POW. That's what we're doing. We should ask her. I was speculating that my back was really better if I spent
Actually, when the bones stretch out,
right, because you get taller, right?
yeah, you get taller, but then when you come back, then it hurts.
Just worse. Okay. Got it. Okay. Probably.
Sorry, Ann.
Chiropractor or something then.
Yeah.
Okay, next up on our extensive visit to the Houston Space Center is
Tram tour number 2.
Tram tour number 2 to where?
Rocket. What's it called?
Rocket Ship Park?
It's called the Garden in Florida. Rocket Ship Park, I think.
Yeah, rocket
It's like
ship
there's
park.
2 rocket ships outside and then the big Saturn V rocket inside.
Yep. Exciting.
The project welcomes thousands of students annually to learn about agriculture, genetics, and other STEM fields. This is just one of many examples of how JSC is involved with earthbound education as well as space science.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Evelyn wants to. What do you want to do? You want to compare?
Ben to his engine.
Ben standing for the engine. Oh yeah. There's little Ben. I can't get far enough back because there's a wall to explain the size of these. Understanding is that this Saturn V rocket did not go into space. It's constructed from the parts for 3 canceled space missions, Apollo 18, 19, and 20, and put here for us to look at.
Yeah.
I like this patch of
Yeah.
the eagle. That's a fun one.
About this one in Rocket Club.
Okay.
This one was stood for.
You learned about the patches in Rocket Club? Okay.
A few like significant ones.
Significant ones. That's fine.
They design them, the crew, they design them together.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they say their names on it.
Yeah, that
Or
one
they
doesn't say the name.
have something that like represents each of them.
Mm-hmm. So this is telling us like little flags, and these little signs are teaching us the history of the space program. Okay, Colin, explain it to us.
Okay. So the rocket is like it's like a cylinder. So imagine that, and this first piece like goes off, and when it runs out of fuel, and it goes back to Earth. Then the second part comes off, goes back to Earth. The third part comes off and does not go back to Earth.
Where does it
But
go?
It just hangs out in space, becomes space trash. And then the final piece is the...
Is this the one behind you?
No,
That's stage
the-
3.
Okay.
The one after that is
Okay.
the piece before the escape pod. And once that basically comes off, that they circle around Earth, the other people go down to Earth, not Earth, the moon. They circle around the moon, and then the other people go down to the moon and in a pod, and when they're done, they go back in the pod and the other people pick them up, and then they all get in the tip and they make it separate, and then when they're ready, they activate parachutes, and then they land safely
Where?
on Earth,
In the water, right?
in the water.
Colin, thank you.
I touched the moon. I touched the moon.
So where the Apollo 17 mission collected this rock from the moon. It is one of only 8 lunar moon rocks able to be touched in the world.
And we touched it.
So we've 7 left.
Okay, next stop, Mars.
Oh, Mars is the same size as the moon?
Compare for us, please. It's picking up these suitcases on Earth versus Mars. Okay, how much would you say that weighs?
15, maybe 20 pounds, 15
Okay,
pounds.
let's see.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
This
look
weighs
at
50 pounds.
I'm not gonna look at
Okay, this is the weather today on Mars. I'm sure my camera loves the frame rate. First I was like, oh, 23, sunny, okay, manageable. Low temperature, -99. That is extreme.
Hey. That's misleading. It's red like it's hot. 23 degrees is not
I
hot.
don't think it's red like it's hot.
High temperature, 23
Yeah.
degrees.
I was like, okay, 23 though, that's manageable. I think you said it's like 23 in Chicago today, okay.
How's that?
99.
That's too cold.
Try to survive that.
I don't really know what these guys are doing. Pretty good. We're gonna learn some stuff here. We are going back to the moon. Smiths have questions. Takes a team. Ooh, you're in it. Oh my gosh, what's it like?
Well, if you're weightless, you're kind of moving around.
RVs in space? Looks like NASA is crowdsourcing here from the children, and I think it's brilliant. Having seen the slideshows and general technology skills, I think this is a good plan. They're like,
What is a lunar lander?
what lunar lander? The thing that lands on the moon.
Now, push the centrifuge.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock. We've been kicked out of the museum. No,
Yeah, pretty much.
Museum Space Center. We've been kicked out mostly because they're getting ready to do like a Christmas light.
Also,
thing
it's
here.
time to go home. It's just time to go. We've spent all day here.
It's a Christmas tree.
But we did get a fancy treat to try. Freeze-dried ice cream.
Chocolate freeze-dried ice creamy pop.
So we're
Astronaut food. Later we're gonna have some Tang.
I've had Tang before.
Yeah, I love Tang.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wow.
Eat that type of food?
So it's not, this is not from the freezer. It's freeze-dried, which means all the moisture is just like dried out of it. So it can just be in this package. So it's not cold.
Not cold.
Not hot. Dry? No,
Okay, no. Do you want to have the first bite?
sure. Not cold.
Do you like spicy things?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
How do you eat it?
Fight hard.
Bite.
I can't.
Please try.
I can't eat it.
Maybe
It looks like comfy.
oh, it's such a big bite, guys. Okay.
What does that taste like?
Cheers.
Some sort of cereal.
It does taste like cereal, you're right. What do you think?
You hear that? It's way too quiet. So they're like, it's 5 o'clock. So they come on the announcement and they go, the Space Center will close in 10, 9. That's funny.
Amazing.
Reviews. I'm gonna go first.
Yes.
Got interrupted. It's chocolatey and good. It's not bad. But I don't know why freeze-dried ice cream needs to exist.
What?
I'm
It
going
needs
to
to exist for the astronauts. What are you talking about?
I mean, there's like millions of other foods they could eat, even including treats. Like a Teddy Graham. That's shelf stable.
Too many crumbs.
It's true. This
M&M's.
the ground disagrees with that theory. There were crumbs produced.
I generally agree with you. It's a good treat. It tastes good, but it's not. Is what it is.
It's not.
I mean, a lot of people have had freeze-dried ice cream before, so
It needs to be
you know what we're talking about.
It needs to
I have
be
not. I'm not that
more
worldly. Okay.
So good. I loved it.
Only
Tasted
type of
like a
ice cream I
cereal, but I
want
don't
in
know.
my life.
It tasted like
Only
ice.
type.
It tasted like a cereal, but I don't know what kind it was.
Yeah.
But I could like almost tell what.
Chocolate cereal. Yeah. Great. Fun little treat. Done. Hello. We just
Hello there.
we just drove about 25-30 minutes south to Galveston, Texas. We're at the beach here.
Can't see it.
Yeah, we're gonna go walk a little bit on the
Afternoon
beach.
trip to the beach
Yeah.
to check it out.
Stare out at the Gulf of Mexico and wonder to ourselves whether or not that counts as the Atlantic Ocean.
Are we there?
Are we not?
Do we have to keep driving east?
I think we're gonna drive east either way, but
We are.
yeah.
All right, let's check out the beach.
Okay, I found something really cool that I want to show the family. You ready? It's very small, but it's very cool.
Oh,